Yut Nori is a traditional board game that has been played in Korea for thousands of years. It is most specially played during Korea's most important holidays, Lunar New Year and Chuseok. Playing Yut Nori was seen as an opportunity for family and community bonding, as it is a game that can be played by many people of all ages at once. Yut Nori was played as an expression of hope for an abundant harvest in the fall, as well as an opportunity to celebrate with lots of laughter. The popularity of this game and its importance to Korean culture still remains in modern Korean society. Yut Nori has undergone several changes over the centuries, but today we're going to be talking about how it is played in modern times. To play the game Yut Nori, you will need to have these pieces. First, you will need a game board called a 말판. Many Yut Nori game packs will come with one, but you can also make your own. Today, we've just printed off a free game board that we found online, but you can also make the game board as big as you would like, as long as it can hold all of the game pieces. The board consists of 4 straight lines and 2 diagonal ones that go through the middle. Each line has 5 spaces. The 말판 also has a home space. This is where all pieces will begin and end in the game. Next are the most important pieces of the game. These are the yut sticks. They are also called 창작윷 in Korean. 창작윷 are 4 small wooden sticks with 1 curved side and 1 flat side. The yut sticks act as the dice for the game, and they will determine how many spaces you can move for each turn. Lastly, you will need game pieces. We call these 말 in Korean, which means horse. Each team will need 4 pieces. The only rule is that each team's pieces need to be distinguishable from each other. Most game packs will come with pieces, but you can also make your own using whatever is around your home, such as coins, buttons, or stones. Today, we are simply using some pieces from a different board game. Now, let's talk about how to play the game Yut Nori. There are many different rules and strategies to play Yut, but today we're just going to talk about the very basics. Yut Nori is played by 2 teams who take turns throwing the yut sticks and moving their pieces. There is no limit on the size of each team, so they can be as big or as little as you'd like, and this is why it's a family favorite, because everyone can play together. When it is your team's turn, a player will throw the 4 yut sticks into the air, and they will land on the ground. How many spaces you move your pieces is determined by how the yut sticks fall on the floor. Each combination has a different name. If the sticks fall with only 1 flat side up, this is called 도, meaning pig, and your team can move 1 space. If the sticks fall with 2 flat sides up, it's called 개, meaning dog, and your team can move 2 spaces. If the sticks fall with 3 flat sides up, it's called 걸, meaning sheep, and your team can move 3 spaces. If the sticks fall with all sides up, it's called yut, meaning cow, and your team can move 4 spaces. The most special combination is when the sticks fall with all of their flat sides down and their curved sides up. This is called 모, meaning horse, and your team gets to move 5 spaces. If your team throws a yut or a 모, then you also get to have another turn. On every turn, your team can choose to move 1 game piece around the board. There are many routes that you can take around the board. There is no specific path that you must take. The only goal is that you try to get each of your pieces around the board and back to home base. If your game piece lands on the same space as the other team's, then the other team's piece must go all the way back to the beginning. If your game piece lands on the same space as another one of your pieces, they can form a group and travel together. But remember, if the other team lands on the same space as one of your groups, then all of those pieces have to go back to the start. The first team to get all of their pieces around the board and back home is the winner of the game. So now that you know how to play the Korean game Yut Nori, you can challenge all of your friends and family to a game yourself. If you would like to play, you can buy a game pack online, or you can just make your own like we did. However you choose to play, we hope that you'll have a blast and introduce more people to this fun family game. On behalf of my family and all of us at the Gateway Korea Foundation, we wish you
Happy Chuseok!